Welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula show, where when we first started, we had nothing but guests that either boxed, sang, I mean, you name it, they did it, okay? I know that we've tried to keep you updated throughout the whole COVID situation that's been going on for the last few years, and I do want to tell you one more time that I would start wearing my mask if I were you. That's just my recommendation, okay? Start watching the bottom of the screens on these news channels and see whether or not how they're telling you, reporting on you from the CDC about hospitalizations and people getting sick with COVID. Now, with that public announcement, oh, and the measles was the other thing. Now, this is something I didn't know before I introduced my guest, but I did not realize. I know that we had a clamp down on measles and we didn't have it as a really epidemic that was going on, but here lately, because people were traveling all over the place and a lot of kids doing COVID, they said, not me, the news reporter said that since COVID, a lot of kids missed getting their shots, and then after it was lifted, a lot of them didn't get shots. So with some family that came through the airport that it was traveling, one family can spread the measles to hundreds of people, okay? And I didn't know that the measles, that 2 hours, this is what the news said, the doctor that gave this report, not me, said that if you were in the airport, they named, I wrote it down, but I forgot to bring it, that if you were in that airport on these particular days, that between such and such hours for almost 2 hours, that you needed to go get yourself checked out. I didn't know that you could go have the measles, not know you have them, and walk around, and then in the air, you still have 2 hours that somebody else can get, catch it. So I'm just telling you, just be careful, okay? And look that up for yourself, okay? I don't want to be telling you false information, so look up about the measles, okay, that's in this area, and make yourself safe from that as well. So I want to introduce my guest. He was here before. He's been with us a couple of times. Since I am trying to, bring back some of the people that you know their faces, you know what they do. I wanted to make sure that I got an opportunity to catch him when he was in our area. So if you introduce yourself, then they're going to remember who you are because you still look the same. You still look like a little young 20-year-old, okay?
Yeah, my name is Cobia Breedy, boxer Cobia, soldier Breedy. I'm from British Barbados, born and raised. I was in the BDS sports program in my country, in the Army. And they recruited me for boxing.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then once I left the BDF Army, I came to the United States to start my professional career.
Okay. And about how old were you then?
Whew. When I first joined the BDF, I was 18.
18 years old?
18.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been boxing, and you still look like you're about 18 years old sitting in here today, And I know you're still training in the gym, and you're training because I haven't been able to catch up with you.
Yeah, I train every day. Boxing is my lifestyle. It's what I do, boxing, family. And that's about it. I just recently went to Barbados, and my school, Princess Margaret Secondary, where I went to school at, I spoke to a whole bunch of kids, and a lot of the kids didn't really know who I was.
Okay.
So when they found out who I was, a lot of kids was interested in boxing, taking pictures with me, just asked me a whole bunch of questions. To this day, I'm over here, everything I post, they bombard me with like texts, asking me for stuff. Yeah, it's good though that how somebody don't know you, really know you, but when you present yourself in front of them, you're like, hey, I went to school here, I box, I'm in the United States, I meet these people, I meet that people. It's like, wow, that's crazy.
Right.
It was like,
but it makes you feel good on the inside.
Yeah, it do, because now, one of my goals is to go back to Barbados to fight.
Right, okay.
So my Bajan people, so I'm like, spoke to the minister, we ready to make it happen. One of my dreams and my goal was always to go back to Barbados and fight and bring the whole city out, everybody come out and watch me go to war.
Oh yeah, that'd be something exciting to see, and it'd be something exciting for me to actually tape, and be back and bring it back and edit it.
I know, and in my country, right? If you ever go to my country, don't wear camouflage. It's against the law.
Oh, you can't wear camouflage?
Nope, can't wear camouflage. It's against the law. If you wear camouflage, they're gonna take it from you. You're gonna lose your money.
Oh, get out of here.
But like,
I don't wear camouflage, but I mean, I'm glad to know guys don't wear camouflage when you're in Barbados, okay?
Yeah, so my number one thing, right? So when I go home to fight, right? If you notice, my boxing trunks always have camouflage on.
Yes.
So I always have my country colors.
Yes.
Blue, yellow, and black with a trident.
Yes.
And I have the camouflage.
Right.
On the other side represent the BDF, the army that, that I wasn't.
Right.
So the commander, the big head of the chief of staff, you call him the head of the whole army.
Okay.
Like the boss.
Right.
The only person he answers to is the prime minister, which is Mia Motley. So I know he knows me. He recruited me when I was 18. He wasn't the chief of staff then.
Okay.
He was a commander.
Okay.
He moved the ranks. Now he in charge of the whole base, the army.
Right.
So I told him, man, I'm probably might be coming home to fight. Every sometime this year, and he was like, whatever you need, we got you, because they support me. So what it is I told him when I come home to fight, I want to fight in camouflage, and I know it's against the law for me to fight with camouflage back home. He said no problem. He said he's gonna sign it off for me for that whole day.
You can walk around in camouflage.
I could box. I could have my camouflage on.
Okay, but then you better put a sign on your T-shirt to say, please don't go out and put your camouflage on, because you will get locked up.
You won't get locked up, but they're not gonna lock you up.
Oh, they're not gonna lock you up. They're just gonna take your clothes.
They're gonna take it and keep it.
Why?
Because I don't know. I want to know the history of it, but it's just against the law.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna put you on the spot like that. Okay,
I don't want to get deep, but I know all I know is don't wear it.
Don't wear it.
And when I was younger, I used to wear it, and
there's still people that wear camouflage all over the place.
Trust me, there's people back home doing it right now, but they get catch, they taking it.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Wow, and that means you got to go someplace for them to take them off of you. Then you got to put something else on to get back home. So that has to be a stressful situation for somebody. So guys, just say if you go to Barbados, don't wear your camouflage shorts or shirts or jackets.
And the more what I just realized that so I recently did an interview with the people, because I know I'm coming home to fight, so I'm promoting myself as crazy as possible so I can get all my people to know me, because I've been going home for so long. They know me, but some people don't know me. I've been reaching out to they've been promoting me back home, and people been following me. My Bayesian people been connecting with me. So my thing is, when I go home to fight, I want to sell the whole Sagaffi Sobers gymnasium, sell it out.
Okay.
And the only way to do that, you gotta get in contact with the youth, the new generation. You gotta get them engaged with you. Yeah. So all of this I'm doing right here is helping me boost, for me and my country. And one thing I didn't realize that they told me. So I was watching the news back home, where they was saying ambassador, right? Right. Of the sport, and I was like, "What are they talking about?"
And that's a great honor.
Yeah. So because anytime like right now,
you're the ambassador
for Barbados, because I'm speaking about it. I'm talking to it. I'm promoting my country, right? Yeah. So anything I do, anytime I wear that or I speak about it, I'm representing my country, where I come from. So it automatically make me an ambassador because of what I do.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about that till my friend told me. One of my boxing friends actually told me that.
And that is so great. Well, I'm sorry, Ambassador, that I didn't address you properly. Okay.
Well, I didn't know.
But look, we want to show a snapshot of you were with some boxers that we all know, and you did send us a snapshot. If you could name those people that are there.
The guy with the shirt off, that's my man Scooter Davis.
That's Scooter Davis.
Bright future world champ coming up. Yep. You know what I mean? He 2-0. Yep. You know what I mean? These are all my guys. Of course, everybody know who Javante Tank Davis is.
That's what I was talking about.
Superstar.
Yes.
Call whatever. I ain't even got to say no more.
I got a picture in my phone I was trying to find.
Yep, my man right here. The tallest guy in the picture. Nasheed, called him Sugar Sheed. A young upcoming professional boxer about to take over. You know what I mean? The world of boxing. Okay. Of course, my man YG Pat or Pat. You know what I mean? YG Patrick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all know him.
Yeah.
I know his dad showed in Creed,
Yeah.
on the mitts for Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Of course, you got me, Cobia, Breedy. You know,
That's you on the end.
That's my crew. That's my brothers. You know what I mean? That's what, you know what I mean. You know?
Now you gonna take in and into Barbados with you?
Yeah, actually, we actually, I spoke to Tank. You know what I mean? Tank did a video for me, and I sent it to my minister. He actually, he said he gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? And if you could go back to that picture real quick.
Can you go back to the picture for a second?
So all my guys right here is gonna be fighting on the card in Barbados.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm gonna be main event. My man YG, you know what I mean?
Okay.
He's gonna be co-main event, and my man Scooter and Sugar Sheed is going to just be. They're just going to fight on the card. I don't know what position they're gonna be, but they're gonna be on my card as well. And Tank, so say he's gonna be there to support. So
right.
It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a rumble over there in Barbados.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie.
we gonna have another rumble somewhere. We're gonna rumble in Barbados. Yeah, so that Davis. That's because I can't pronounce his name.
Javante Tank Davis.
That's why I said I had to find it right. And then there are the two other brothers that are from somewhere in Maryland. I can't think of their names right now, but next time I'm gonna tell you those two.
We got a lot of great boxers
that are in this area.
A lot of legends here.
Yeah, I mean from this area, really,
yes.
we do. And so, your weight class. What weight class are you in right now?
On paper I'm 126.
You 126 featherweight. Okay, and you said it might change.
Yeah, it all depends on how I feel and body feel. If I could push and make them lose them 2 other pounds. All
okay.
depends.
But doesn't that do something to your body when you just gain weight like that all of a sudden?
Yeah. I mean, if you gain too much weight, it's gonna be hard to take it off. The key is like a lot of people don't know, right? And everybody in life could contest to this, because I'm a boxer, I contest to it too. It's easier to put weight on. It's hard to take it off. And it's hard to keep it off.
Oh, okay.
You got to change your lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like me, I don't party, I don't drink.
Right.
I when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, like 18, I party. But I don't party, none of that no more. I'm just on trying to be great. You know what I mean? Great in whatever I do.
Right.
And I got 2 kids now, got wife, family.
Oh, congratulations!
And stuff. So it's like,
yeah, congratulations.
I'm doing everything for them, and
yeah.
I'm just focused.
And you didn't send a picture with your wife and the 2 kids?
Nah, I didn't. Me, I don't really. I do.
You don't want everybody to know who they are.
Not really. I don't really put my family into my lifestyle like that.
I understand.
I post them on Instagram. My son, my wife now and then, but if you go to my Instagram, all you see is me because I'm a boxer.
Yes, and I really would not. I don't advise it. I really don't because of what you do. You know what I mean? And there's a whole lot of crazy people out here, and I would not promote and put my family out there because I have a comedian that comes on. In fact, he's coming back on too. But in his IG, when we interviewed him, was totally different because his father told him, you don't need to tell those people where you're really from. You don't need to tell them how much money you really make or whatever, because then you put the whole family in jeopardy because you're from this area. You know what I mean? And I thought about that and I said, oh yeah, that really makes a lot of sense, that you want to make sure that your family's safe. Because I just watched the news maybe twice when they start talking about the snow. And the stuff that I saw on the news last night and the night before Monday, it was so devastating on all these places that people are robbing, and stealing cars. A man got beat up walking down the street in D.C. They robbing and, I'm not going to name the establishments, but on the news they did, do clips of different places where they would you can't go to the gas station, you can't walk down the street, you can't go into the stores, because they're coming in there and they're robbing them and stuff. It is just really, really, really bad. And the thing about it is, it's okay. This is my point. It's okay for me to report the news and tell you that, yes, man got robbed, beat up on such and such street, man want to talk, that's fine, right? But I'm not gonna, they showed 2 nights ago about these gadgets. I'm not even gonna say what they were called, on how they could steal your car, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had locked up 2 people, right? And they had this equipment in their car, and they showed the whole world. Oh, and even tell you where you could go get them. You could get this off of Amazon for the news. You could get this off of Amazon for such. You could go this thing, get this amount, blah 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 blah. And this is what it looks like. Why would you tell the robbers or potential robbers where they can go buy the same stuff? I don't understand that. Now. Last night on the news, they tell you about these stores that are being broken into, and it's not new, you know, with the ATM machines and things, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Now, tell us about it so we know to be safe. I don't have a problem with that. Be safe, guys. When you go, it doesn't matter. These people are robbing these places day and evening and night and time. It doesn't matter. People, gas stations, don't matter. But my problem is, now guess what? They show you the gadget. They give you a picture of this gadget that they used and showed you how they used it. Why are we doing YouTube on news? You understand what I'm saying? How to do. How to break into an ATM machine. How to rob somebody. How to steal a car. Why are we doing that? Tell us the news about what's going on so we are aware that these things are happening. But please don't stop showing us the gadgets and tell them where to go buy it, because all you're doing is recruiting, you know, for people to do these things. And if I'm not a boxer, okay, and your hands are considered as being lethal weapons once you became a professional. So that means that if you knock somebody out and they fall out and bust their head, you know, if you wasn't defending yourself, you can get charged.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You know, so you have to be careful, you know, because but it's okay for the robber to beat you up.
I just pray, you know, when I'm going down the street, when I'm driving on the road, you know, I pray to God I just be safe.
I do that too. I do that for everybody. I pray for everybody. I pray for my family, my friends, people that I know, you know, around the world, for them to be safe, because this world has really gone mad.
Yeah, it's sad.
And I just had to. I just had to say that.
It's a generation too.
Yeah, well, you know what? Somebody else said the same thing to me. They said, "Ma, it's not." But that's somebody else who was one of my sons. Okay.
Yeah,
it's a generation.
It's a generation under me.
Yeah.
My people probably in my generation too.
He said no. He said it's the young people in the younger generation, they don't care, and that's what you hear all the time. And you know, y'all all around the same age, and everybody's saying the same thing. If they don't have jobs, they don't want jobs, they don't want to listen to nobody, and so what they do is they go out here and they start robbing people and robbing, you know.
Make it harder for us.
Yes.
As people that's doing everything right way.
Yes.
They raise the prices.
Yes.
They put more security and stuff. A lot more questions asked, because the higher risk of this person stealing that, making it harder for us. When you rob a store, they lose inventory. They raise the price.
It make the prices go up.
We gotta feel it.
Yep.
Taxes go, everything goes up because of people making bad choices and not thinking about the people. Just being selfish. And
see, I can hear you speaking over in Barbados too. For you to tell them that right there, that's just worth $1 million. Just what you just said. Say it one more time. Please say it one more time.
I don't know what I said.
What about if when you going in the stores robbing?
Oh, yeah. When you take something from companies, or you steal stuff from people, you make it harder for people like us. And probably for you might get locked up, but it's gonna make it harder for us to go to the store because they losing money.
Yes.
So if they losing inventory, they gonna raise the price because they losing. I'm taking losses, so I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna raise the price. When people go steal Gucci stuff and breaking that stuff and break this, steal ATMs and stuff, they make it harder in life. They make it. It's secure harder, so it's harder for us to get to it. And the prices go up.
Absolutely. And so it's hard enough for us to do the right thing, you know, because we are trying to do the right thing, and we do the right thing. But we have to pay for you doing the wrong thing. Yep. And the other thing I thought was so crazy that they said on the news, and I watch all of them, so you can't say which one I got which one from, okay? Because I switch channels. I watch all the news. I can see if everybody saying the same thing, okay? Because I know I mentioned one channel. I'm not saying where I got this from, okay? But the other thing was that they told you, and I'm not going to tell you, but they told you how much. Somebody asked the reporter, well, how much money do they have in those ATM machines?
A lot.
A lot. That's all we're gonna say.
A lot because
We gonna just say a lot.
a lot.
Because the person.
When I go take a withdrawal.
the person actually gave a figure, and I said that's the most dumbest thing that you could ever say, because I would have never thought in a million years.
It's a lot of 7-Elevens too.
Yeah, I would have never thought in a million years that they had that much money.
The guys that work in there, they don't nothing they could do. They don't want to lose their life.
And they tell anybody that works in retail, your life is not worth it. And when I was in college, okay, I worked for a food chain, and I was a cashier, and I was at the express lane, right? Mm-hmm. 5 men behind me. 5 men were in that line. Mm-hmm. Guy comes in. They always tell you, look, let them have the till, okay? Just don't fight, just take it, give it to them, right? Me being young, right? That's like my money, right? You stealing from me. So the guy, 5 guys standing in the line, guy comes up, and he reaches over and he grabs the till. You know what I did this instant? I just reached and laid across the thing. The manager saw me up in the booth say, let that man have that till, okay? But then what he did was, where this store was, they had these doors that you had to go out, but they could lock both sides of them. Mm-hmm. So they let him go out, but they locked him in between the 2 doors. Mm-hmm. So that's why he told me, let him have it, you know, because I'm gonna lock the doors. And he was captured because he was in between the 2 doors. But I learned then that it's not worth my life, because that wasn't my money. Mm-hmm. And they tell you in these retail, let them have it. You know, do what they say, do, comply, so that you can stay alive. Because if you do something wrong, you know, and I guess I watched too many CSI, you know, Los Angeles and blah, 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 whatever.
See, one thing I learned in life, and one thing the Army taught me, I'm always alert.
Yeah.
Of my surroundings,
right.
Where I'm going. Like, even when I'm driving home, like, make sure just stuff happens. We not in a. When I was back in my country, it was different. My country changed. The world changed. It's been. The world has I've been away from my home, from Barbados, like 8 years. I've been living in the United States, and in 8 years, the U.S. has changed. And
yes.
Also, as my country has changed.
Yes,
you know, you could say crime rate go up here. Yep. Go up in my country too. It's
all over the world. Yes, yeah. It is. And so, I mean, you could. There's another thing that's worth $1,000 is that you said be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of your surroundings all the time, because if you're not, that's that 1 second that person is trying to make you a victim sees. They're not paying attention. You know, I was on an elevator today, going to physical therapy, right? My bag was open. I forgot to close it when I got out the car. That's about being aware of your surroundings. Close your bag, ladies, before you get out to go anywhere. Close your bag. Just so have God, because I pray like you do, that he watch over me and everybody that I know when we're out in the street. When the man had pushed the elevator, right, we both stood there. So we got on the elevator, another man was coming in. I asked the man, was he trying to get on the elevator? He said, yes. So I said, okay, I'm going to hold it for you. You know how your spirit comes over you? Now, the man goes all the way in the back in the corner that I let in last, which I'm glad that he did. The guy that was close to me, that was on the side where my purse was, it was open, I felt him like he was trying to make a decision on whether or not he was going to reach down in my bag and take my wallet. Something just came over me. And it made me look down to see that I had not closed my bag and my wallet was sitting right there. But I'm glad that man was standing back there, because it was just me and that guy that was on that elevator. He probably would have snatched my purse. I'm not saying that he would, but I left myself open for that. Ladies, please make sure you lock up your stuff before you get out, if you can, you know, put it somewhere safe. But that was a dangerous thing that I did, because I just felt it come over me, and it made me look down at my purse, said, oh, my purse, and the door was open, and I got off.
I just pray everybody be safe, you know. 2024 it's going to be a lot of blessings, a lot of good stuff going to happen, a lot of bad stuff going to happen. All we can do is pray, keep faith, keep following our dreams, and pay attention to what's going on in the world. Election coming up, pay attention to what's happening, and and I have plans.
Yeah, you gotta have plans. You gotta be able to
Plans.
have a goal in life. You know. Hey, look, man, you got all this bling around your neck. What is the first one? Because it's
So this right here,
Uh-huh.
this is probably 50 years old. This gold. This my uncle had this when he was young.
Okay.
He's in his 50s.
Okay.
50s yeah, right now. This right here is actually my brother got this custom made.
Okay.
And I bought it off of him. This is a boxing glove.
Yeah, that's what made me notice it. I saw the boxing gloves, okay, and that drew my attention. I saw that was Jesus Christ on the cross, okay. The first one, Jesus was on the cross, and then the second one I saw it with boxing gloves. But they were just glimmering so much. I said, let me ask about.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what it is with us as black men or stuff with jewelry. Like, I don't believe in wasting my money on jewelry and all that stuff. Especially now I'm getting older. When I was younger, I'd buy it right now. But me having this right here on me is like, it makes me feel, I don't know what it is, but it makes me feel
blessed
different.
and proud, because that one, you got a protector that's around your neck, and two, you got a profession that you do.
Yeah, so yeah, it makes me feel
whole.
It makes me feel unstoppable,
safe.
all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
it should. It really should, because you're a professional boxer, you know, and now you're an ambassador. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
For the
hopefully, when I fight in Barbados, hopefully, you know, the dream come true. You know, hopefully we have Rihanna sing me. Sing the national anthem. You know what I mean? We're gonna cross our fingers on that, but
we're gonna touch an agreement on that it's gonna be a success. How about that?
Well, I know the boxing event is gonna be a success because I have good people around me, and we gonna make it a success. And
it's gonna be a success. And you're gonna tell me enough time so I can save enough money so I can go and bring a crew with me, right?
Yeah.
So we can have it. Then we get first dibs when you come back into the city. But I'm so glad that I was able to sit down, because it just felt like we were sitting in the living room having a conversation, you know?
Yeah, I don't do this too often, but you know what I mean?
I really enjoyed this conversation with you, and I'm glad to see you, and I wish you all the best and all the success, and congratulations to you, your wife, and your children. Okay, and for this profession that you get ready to blow us all the water with, we all want to come to Barbados. You gotta let us know, okay? So we can come. And you know, my best wishes to you. And if you go up in the class, just let me know. But if we want to turn away right here and say, let's talk with Paula, and to our fans, and good night.
Good night.